Hello. It is Dolly. Welcome to my channel, Scrapping on the Go. This process video is for everyday inspiration with Christy, Crystal, Daisy, Lisa, Jennifer, myself. And on the 15th of each month, we bring a photograph that we have snapped from our everyday life event. And this photograph is being brought to us by Jennifer. Her family went on a trip to the zoo. We also have a sketch from Christy from her series called 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life for the month of September. And this is a sketch for day 15. And there is also a challenge to use pattern paper. Now that I've said all that, let me show you the products that I pulled from my stash, which is all about the Vicki Boutin. I've been on this kick using my Vicki Boutin products because I am a hoarder of Vicki Boutin. I will admit it. I have chipboard here from Let's Wander collection. I have quite a bit of the Let's Wander collection left. The kaleidoscope, I have these enamel alpha words and icons. We used to call them puffy, but they're not really puffy. They got a little bit, but they're mostly just enamel, and that's from the kaleidoscope. I have some die cut pieces from the Wildflower and Honey collection. I don't remember which collection this is from, but when I start digging into it, it looks like the Wildflower and Honey die cuts. I have 3 photographs. As you can tell, the sketch, you could use 4 photographs. It's a grid layout. Let me just back up. It's a grid layout centered in the middle of your layout. You can move it around any way that you would like. You could put it up more to the left-hand corner, the right-hand corner, the lower right-hand corner, the lower left-hand corner, or you can use it center. You can use one photograph and use the other 3 grids to embellish, or use life cards, or you can add 2 photographs and have 2 areas. You can have 3 photographs. You can have all 4 photographs. I'm using 3. Now, these papers were pre-cut for a class put on by Janet at RTS Scrapbooking on her Patreon group, and this would be a combination of page kit 1 and 2 together. And I did pre-cut all these back in, I think she was doing that class in May or June, and all of a sudden it went crazy where I worked, and I guess that's all due to the Delta virus, and it is still super crazy. That's why I've been kind of MIA, haven't been posting. Enough of that, I digressed, but here are my paper products right here. And honestly, I don't remember which collection these all came from. Like I said, I am using up basically the 3 products that I just said. Kaleidoscope, which I have very little paper left, and I don't think any of these are from the kaleidoscope. This possibly could be, I'm not sure. But it's the Let's Wander and Wildflower and Honey collection. So this is what I'm going to use. I am going to pause the video, and the remainder of this process will be a voiceover. All right. So I will be back, and we will get started in creating my layout. I am back and ready to play with my pattern paper. I want to map my photographs using this pattern paper of houses, and I leave just a smidge peeking behind the photograph. If I was to guess, it's about 1/8 of an inch all the way around the photograph. Next, I will adhere my matted photographs against that scripted green pattern paper. Then I use my T-ruler just to make sure that my grid is somewhat straight. It's never perfectly straight because I cannot cut anything straight, but it's fairly close. Then once I secure my photographs down to that green scripted paper, I trim around the photograph, leaving about 1/4 of an inch, and then I will have one square block to the left to do my embellishments. I also ink the edge of this last layer of paper behind my photograph using the distressed ink from Tim Holtz called Ground Espresso. I know, don't fall off your chair. You always see me ink with black soot, and this time I am using Ground Espresso. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. See, I don't even know the name of it because I hardly use it. Once I finish inking the edges here, I use that scrap paper that you see to the right of those hearts, and I place that underneath the matted photograph to the right, just like that. And I let the orange peek out. And then I have another scrap of those same hearts, but it's mostly of green, and I place that on the top of those photographs. Then I take this branding strip and I ink it using the brown or Ground Espresso from Tim Holtz. And I decided I didn't like those wonky blue circles showing because I really don't have blue on this layout. So I cover that up, and then I bring in another zip strip, which is of flowers, and I do the same thing. I ink the edge using the Ground Espresso, and I place that up there. Next, I get out my embellishment so that I can embellish that lower left-hand corner. And see this face right there? I should have just stuck with my first instincts because guess what? It comes back. So in this lower left-hand corner, I add several die-cut pieces from the Vicki Boutin Wildflower and Honey. And see these circle die-cut pieces? I switch that out. It looks perfectly fine, but nope, I'm not happy. So I switch it out to this flower one. Nope, I'm not happy. So I move on to the next die-cut piece, which is this one of a ruler or tape measure. And I place it to the left. I said, oh, I like this. It brings in some brown, which there's some brown in the photograph. Then I saw this frame, square frame, and I bring it over, and voila, I'm happy. I don't know why, but I am. And then I'm not happy with the sunflower, and I bring over this vase of flowers, and I'm like, all right, this is perfect. I get out a simple word that says live and 2 of the hearts. Then I add 3 chipboard phrases in the lower right-hand corner of the photograph, which say, let's do it all, travel, learn, and grow the story of today. And I add a chipboard above the frame on the left-hand side, and I add these chipboard stars, and my layout is complete. Here's the close-up. Please be sure to check out the other ladies. Their links are listed below in the description box. Give us a thumbs up and keep coming back. We'll see you next time. Bye.